Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by for your daily Reiki micro session. We are going to be doing 5 minutes of Reiki, followed by free-for-all questions and or cards of the day. For the Reiki, I am setting the intention for whatever will benefit each of you the most as individuals. If you have something more specific that you would like the Reiki to focus on, feel free to adjust that intention. For those who are watching this after the broadcast is no longer live anymore, please know you can still receive the Reiki energy just as easily as those who were here while I was here transmitting and get just as much benefit from it as them. So let's just get this Reiki started. Okay, welcome back, Ms. Ricky. So we're starting Reiki at 12:18 Mountain Time here in the US. That means that we will be finishing it up at 23 after the hour. That they ended 30 minutes ago? I don't think I was even there for 30 minutes. Oh well. Did you get any notification? I bet you didn't. It is a little. We're not worried about it though. We're here. That's what I thought. Hey, love and light. Glad to see you here. There you go. I didn't think so. I think if I stop a live and then I start another one real quick, it doesn't send out a new notification. Right? Cool, cool. Glad you guys did. Thank you for the thumbs up, whoever did that. I do appreciate the thumbs ups. Those of you also who are sharing this video, I appreciate that as well. Wow, I've really got somebody that's pulling this energy in a way that it makes it feel like it's burning right into their feet. Somebody who has a burn on their foot or on their feet may be receiving energy right now. I'm not sure if that's somebody that's live in the room or if that's somebody that'll be watching later on, but definitely a strong burning sensation. It's your right foot. Hello there, Lorraine. Glad you're here. You're in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing with the right people. Your nerves are burning really bad. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, because this is a really strong sensation. Like beep. We've got 2 more minutes of Reiki left. I'm so glad you're feeling the relief. Oh, wow, love and light. Well, I'm still feeling the burning sensation as it comes out of my hands, but I'm not feeling it as strong as I was when I first started talking about it. So it's still working on you. But that first little bit was intense, man. Whew. It's still intense now, but like, wow. So we've got 1 more minute of Reiki left. Is that the sensation you're having, Willie Dog's mama? Yeah, gotcha. All right, so 23 after the hour. Let's go ahead and wrap up the Reiki. If you guys need to go back and rewatch, you can rewatch this, or you can rewatch any of the other Reiki videos to pull more energy if you need it. Or, of course, you can always schedule a Reiki session with me. That works too. 1 hour of concentrated Reiki, concentrating straight on you and you alone. Always a good experience. Very cool, Willie Dog's mama. Okay, so let's see. Tamabambe was in the gate first for a card. So we're going to start with Lenormand from Miss Tamabambe. La da 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 da. Tammy Bambe, our house card is the ship. This can talk about long distance communication or long distance travel. Let's see what our cover card is. And the woman. Excuse me. So either, Tammy, you are doing some long distance travel yourself, or you're communicating long distance. This could be like an internet, long distance internet romance, or emailing with somebody who's far away. Doesn't have to do with romance. Could be business wise as well. Could be personal, could be a friend. But anyway, long distance communication or long distance travel going on with you right now, Ms. Tammy. That's what that combination says. Lorraine Southwick would like a COD. Lorraine Southwick. La da 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 da. Ms. Lorraine, what's coming up here is temperance. This just means that balance is the focus for you right now. You're trying to keep everything balanced. Finances, energy, where you're spending your time. You know, if you're noticing something out of balance, you're adjusting that balance. This comes up too for a lot of times, like if you don't have enough me time, if you're spending, if you're looking at your time and you've got, family time, work time, me time, and you're realizing you don't have enough of one or the other of those, this is readjusting that balance, bringing balance back in. Okay, that was for Ms. Lorraine. Willie Dog's mama, COD. You like to hear your name over the computer? You have a good name. My middle name used to be Lorraine. For those of you who don't know, I did change my name in the middle of my life. Willie Dog's mama, Shakoya Wilkins. Hello, hello. Maybe get you out of the place you're in, right, Tammy Bambi? Okay, so this is for Willie Dog's mama. We got the 3 of Cups showing up in reverse, honey. This just means that you have a friend that's getting on your nerves. That's all. That's basically all that means. Love and Light's up next for a COD. You're quite welcome, Tama Bambe. You're quite welcome, Willie Dog's mama. You're saying cool about a friend getting on your nerves? Oh, yeah, that's right. Lorena means the queen. I named a car Lorena, but I didn't know the name Lorraine meant the queen. La da 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 da. Who's up next? This is Shakoya that I'm shuffling for now. Shakoya. Oh, you got one of my most beautiful cards out of all my decks. I love to look at the artwork on this card. I could look at this artwork every day. So you got the World card, Shakoya. The World card just tells me that you are completing something that you've been working on for a while. This could be a graduation. This could be a business project or a work project. This could be some kind of hobby thing that you've been working on. Like if you've been making a quilt and it's finally complete, it's pieced. The middle and the back are on. The quilting is all done. Some kind of thing that you've been working on for a while. You have completed it. Now it's time to set a new goal, Miss Shakoya. You wouldn't color a friend though, but you know what I'm talking about? Gotcha. Oh, I see. Willie Dog's mama. Brenda, you're funny. Would you like a COD, Brenda? Peace out, Tammy Bambi. Have a great day. Oh, that's a long story, Love and Light. You're quite welcome. You're quite welcome, Shakoya. Avani, hello, hello. La da da da. You're just in time for a COD. COD for Ms. Avneet Sat Diva. Okay, Ms. Avneet, what you have showing up is the stag in reverse. I'm hearing that you're on a learning curve right now, Ms. Avneet, that you're learning to be a better leader of people. I feel like you've been put in a position where you need to lead people, whether it's officially leading people or whether it's, leading them to make the next purchase, either way. But you're on this learning curve where you're learning how to do that in a way that is more compassionate and respectful and more productive all the way around. And that also wins over their loyalty to you. That's what you're learning right now. Was that supposed to be your COD, Love and Light? Well, let's pull another COD for you because I totally spaced it. Gotta watch me, guys. La da da da, la da da da. Glad you said so, Love and Light. I was actually thinking I was done when Avni walked in the door. Okay, so Love and Light's card, completely different. What you have, my dear, is you have the King of Swords showing up. This is somebody that you're interacting with. This is somebody who's going to be much more logical than emotional. Someone who's really good if you need some kind of business advice or logical advice, money advice, something like that. You don't want to talk to him about emotions so much because he just doesn't get it usually. He doesn't pay attention to them. He doesn't see the value in emotions as much as other people might. Doesn't mean he's a bad person. Doesn't mean he doesn't have emotions. Just means that he doesn't prioritize them as some of us do. Okay, guys, so that takes care of our time there. So, Love and Light, you wanted to know where my name Amista came from. I'll tell you, but I'm going to tell you it's a long story, just so you know. It's a long story. So, I was actually named, my Christian name was Mary Lorraine Dawson. Good Catholic name, Irish Catholic name. So, as I became older and grew up, there were some things that happened with my birth family that I kind of wanted to get a little bit of distance from. And for those of you who know my story, you would understand exactly why. And not that they're bad people, they're not. And in fact, I have a really great relationship with my dad, and me and my mom get along fine and all of that good stuff. But I decided after I had been married the first time and got my first divorce, and my name had gone from being my married name for 12 years back to my maiden name, I just thought it doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel right to go back and forth like that. And so I wanted to have my own name. Peace out, Avni. Have a great day. You're quite welcome. So anyway, so as things were going on, I was getting a little bit more old. I was like in my 30s, so I wasn't just a young chick anymore. Not an old person, but not a young chick. And I was starting to realize I didn't like the idea of the name hopping. I wanted my own name, and I wanted my name to stay the same the rest of my life. Part of that was just purely practical for business reasons. Once you get your name out there, then as a female, if you change your name, then people have to kind of hunt around and find you if you have old contacts that you've lost connection with for a long period of time. And part of it was I did want that distance from the way that I had been brought up, and I thought that maybe having a different name would sort of change the trajectory that I had been on. And so I spent 2 years trying to figure out, well, what would be the best name for me? Ricky, I'm sorry if I skipped you, but the timer did go off, so I am done. And so at one point, I had found what I considered to be the best name for me. And during that time that I was looking for the best name, I had started dating somebody new. I had been divorced for, I don't know, a couple of years by then. And I started dating somebody new. And during that time that we were dating, he used to always tease me because we were a long distance apart. He would tease me because I would always be there right on time waiting for him at our appointed meeting time. And he used to always say, and he didn't know I was thinking about changing my name. He used to always say, I'm going to nickname you Fido because Fido means loyalty and faithfulness, and you're always here right on time. And so we always joked about that a little bit. And then later on, once I found my real name that I wanted to switch to, he and I were dating seriously by then. And when I told him about it, he didn't realize how long I had been thinking about it. And he said, oh, changing your name is a big deal. You don't want to do it quickly. And I would kind of like to help you as an objective outsider looking at your personality to help you come up with an appropriate name and blah, blah, blah. And so out of respect, I just thought, okay, well, I'll wait and see what happens. And so I waited a couple of months. He didn't say anything about a different name, and I was getting impatient. And so I said to him at one point, I said, have you thought about this anymore? Because I was really feeling at that point like it's time now. I had thought about the name and I was ready to mash the gas. I wanted to get this done. And so he had not come up with the name that he wanted for me yet. And he kind of like chewed me out a little bit about it. He's like, this is a big deal. Don't be rushing this. And this was right before he turned really, really sick. And after he turned really sick, he was sick for about 3 months, just really badly. And of course, the name was not the most important thing. And so he passed away before he had come up with the name that he thought that I might like. And so after he passed away, about 2 weeks had gone by. I was starting to realize that I was either having spiritual communication with him or I was just crazy and I did not want to say goodbye to him. And so I was making up these conversations that I was having with him in my head. I really didn't know which, to be honest with you, at that point. And so at about the 2 week point, he said out of the blue, I want your name to be Amista. And I thought, well, this will be a good test to see if I'm crazy or not. So I said, tell me what the name Amista means. And so he wouldn't tell me what the name meant. And I said, okay, well, at least tell me the spelling of the name, whether the middle vowel is an I or a Y, because I've never heard that name before. So he told me that. And I decided that I was going to go home and because I was out for a walk at the time, and I was going to Google the name Amista and see if it even existed as a name or not, and see what it actually meant, and basically figure out if I was just crazy or if there really was some kind of spiritual communication going on. So I went home and I Googled, and all I kept finding was Amistad, 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 page after page of Amistad, but no Amista. So after half an hour of looking at Amistads and thinking that's just definitely not what I heard, this is not it, I was starting to think that I was crazy. And I told myself, okay, I'm going to look at one more page. And if this page doesn't have it, then I know that I'm crazy and I need to just accept that. Crazy with grief, basically. And so what happened was the very next page was about the name Amista, and it came up as a Karamu name, a name from the Karamu Islands, which is not far from the Philippines, if I understand correctly. And it is a female's name, and it does mean faithfulness and loyalty. So that was my first inkling that I wasn't really crazy with grief, that actually there was spiritual communication going on. And that's where my name came from. So now you know. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate all of your support. And I will catch you guys the next time on the next video. Everyone have a fantastic day.